Hi there. Want to walk with me? I want to share some thoughts with you about retiring and why I think it's a huge mistake to retire at 65. Actually, I think it's a huge mistake to retire at all. Doesn't matter how old you are. When I was younger, that was the plan. That's what I was taught by my parents, my grandparents, all through school. I mean, that's what you do. You go through school, then you work, you save when you work, save as much as you can, but do the calculations so that by the time you're 65, you'll have enough to retire. Now, that's the way I was brought up. Probably a generation before me was not so much about saving on your own, but it was more about getting a job that had a pension. But those types of jobs are fewer and far between for my generation and now. I mean, they still exist, but for the most part, people are expected to save on their own. RRSPs, I'm in Canada, so RRSPs, or I believe in the States it's called 401k. But instead of saving for retirement, how about saving for a better life or to live the way you want? And I guess that's kind of the same thing, but the whole point, what I'm trying to say is, I don't think retirement itself should be the goal, because I think that's dangerous. What do I mean by that? Well, what does it mean to retire? It means you don't have to work anymore, okay? Perhaps that's what that means. And if that is what you strive for, then I understand that, especially if you don't like what you do for work, then, retiring from that job seems to make sense. That's a good goal to have. I think far too many people are in jobs that they don't like, and what they have to do for work or to make a living is something that they don't love. And that's unfortunate, but necessary. I totally understand it. I get it. But switch arms, it's getting heavy. What I propose is that instead of retiring from that job that you don't like, how about just doing like a pivot to something else? And I'm not talking about, so as far as retirement goes, I'm going to guess that most of you out there probably don't have enough money to retire anyways. A lot of people are like that. I think most of the people who are going to watch this video are people over 40, over 50, maybe over 60, older, and are perhaps thinking about retiring, wishing they could, or, at least planning for that. And again, that's fine, but instead of retiring, how about we plan towards, let me go up this hill here. How about we plan towards living a life that we really enjoy, and we can still make money from something, okay? Perhaps a job that we do like. Maybe it's not a job. And that's really what I'm getting at. This is soft. So, one of the main reasons that even if you can afford to retire, one of the main reasons I don't think it's a great idea is because your mind will go soft. Just like this ground. It rained a lot last night. I thought I just heard something in there. What the hell was that? It's very foggy today. Holy shit, that's a coyote. Okay, we'll leave him be. I don't think he likes where I am. Let me off the hill, buddy. I just saw a coyote down here. He didn't sound very happy. When I was on top of the hill up there, thought I heard what was like a bird screeching. But then I saw the coyote run out here and I heard barking. So I'm going to come off his hill. He's probably just in the ditch there watching me. It's all right, buddy. If you see me, I'm just getting out of your way. All right, let me get back to my video. I think retiring at age 65 is a horrible idea. And not just because I don't plan to. Why do I think it's a bad idea? I mean, you might be thinking, well, maybe you think it's a bad idea because you don't want to, but maybe I want to. Somebody else might want to retire, and that's totally fine. But there's some things I'd like to tell you to watch out for. And one of them is I worry that, like, if I had nothing to do, if I didn't have to do anything, then I fear that my health would deteriorate. And when I say my health, I'm not just talking about physically, I mean mentally too. I feel like we as humans need something challenging to do. And the thought of retiring and not having to do anything but play, like whether that means golfing all the time or moving down south to sunnier area, spending time on a beach all the time, or whatever it is, I do feel like we need to be challenged. And I mean, you can challenge yourself while you're retired, absolutely. But what I propose is to pivot from doing something you have to do, like a job that you need to work to earn an income, right, in your younger years. Pivot from doing that to doing something you want to do, perhaps something more meaningful, more fulfilling. Now, what could that be? Well, it could be any number of things. But I'll tell you what I'm doing, and I'm not 65, I'm in my mid-50s, but I haven't worked for a boss in over 20 years. I've been working for myself as an entrepreneur, but I love it. I love what I do. And what I've been doing lately, most recently, is YouTube, starting a YouTube channel. This is my first video on this new YouTube channel. So if you're watching this, then welcome. You're among my first viewers. Maybe I should introduce myself. My name is Rob. It's very nice to meet you. And thanks for coming on this walk with me on this trail while I share my thoughts. And that's what this channel is going to be about. Me sharing my thoughts about living your best life after 40, after 50 typically. I'm 56. And I'm a YouTuber. I have another main channel that I run. And there's a lot that goes into doing that. And I plan on sharing a lot of that on this channel. That channel is mostly about teaching people how to do YouTube, how-to videos, and things like that. And I had been getting more and more into doing, walk and talk videos like this on that channel, which I really enjoy doing, but that's not really what that channel was for. So this channel is going to become the one where I do my walk and talk, sometimes sit and talk here on the trail, maybe on a beach down by the ocean, which is not far. Actually, it's right across there through the trees. And give you my thoughts on living life the way I do, as best as I can. As a YouTuber, the things I go through on a day-to-day basis, the things I do, the things I have to do, the things I'm able to do. Just a little bit about my lifestyle. And you know, how things are here in my little corner of the planet here in Nova Scotia, Canada. There you can see the ocean now, maybe a little bit. So anyways, back to the whole point of this video. I don't think you should retire at age 65. I think you should pivot to do something else, something more meaningful, something that you can get excited about, okay? Especially if the job that you had when you had to have a job, or maybe you still have one, you did because you had to, not because you wanted to. So I like to think of the retirement ages, you know, the twilight of your life, as your chance to do whatever it is you want to do, but I think it should be something intentional, not just sitting on the couch watching TV, drinking beer, eating chips, right? You'll waste away. Be intentional about exercising, you know, getting outside, going for walks on trails, going for a run if you like that, or bike rides, or whatever it is, to try to keep the body moving, because we want to enjoy these years, right? But more than just the body, keep the mind moving too. You gotta exercise your mind. I find as I get older that my mind might not work as well as it used to. It takes a little bit longer to, you know, to think of the right words to say. You know, trip over my words sometimes when I'm making videos like this, or if I'm adding numbers in my head. I rely on a calculator way more than I used to have to. You know, things get a little bit more difficult, but I think the more we force ourselves to use our mind, the better things will be. The longer our mind will be able to stay fit and useful to us. So again, what I'm doing is I'm running a YouTube channel. I'm making videos for YouTube. That's what I do during the day. I found that I had time to make more than I needed to. Sorry, I had more time. I have time to make more videos than I think I need to make on my main channel. So I've started this channel, going to be kind of a dumping ground of all of my thoughts that I wanted to share that I don't think apply to that main channel. And if you're interested at all in what I've got to say and my thoughts on all this, living as a YouTuber over 50 years old and what that entails, then maybe you'll stick around and watch some of my videos. So I'm going to end this video here. That's my introduction video. Thank you for joining me. I hope that coyote's not following me. I keep checking back because I heard a coyote earlier and saw him. I think I got a video of him, and if I did, I'll put it in this video. Anyways, thanks guys. I'll see you in the next video. See ya.